A factory in Farmingdale, about 40 miles east of New York City, churns out 750,000 strings a day for everything from bass guitars to banjos, cellos, and violins. D'Addario and Company is a family-owned operation, and once a week, its executives meet to problem-solve for trade war tensions, raising their costs and roiling their logistics.
We estimate that we've incurred anywhere between $500,000 to $750,000 in additional costs that we didn't plan for already this year.
John D'Addario III is the CEO.
We're not alone. I'm sure other businesses are dealing with that, but it did force us to react quickly in terms of price changes.
D'Addario is one of the world's leading makers of music accessories, with annual sales of $235 million and 6 U.S. factories. The company has a devoted following among professional musicians as well as amateurs. Jazz guitarist Pat Metheny uses their strings, as does country singer Chris Stapleton. D'Addario's global footprint means they keep finding new vulnerabilities.
What did we do in the onset of the tariff war? Lots of things. First, we filed an application for a foreign trade zone that we could designate for portions of our facilities, which would allow us to import either finished goods or parts for finished goods and avoid tariffs, presumably if you re-exported that product to our export customers. And that's very important because our business is roughly 50-50 U.S. and international in terms of volume.
The company's also looking to reroute products directly from suppliers to end users, cutting out the U.S., and ship unfinished product to final markets for final packaging.
We can literally, if we need to, divert shipments that are on their way to the States to other markets where we have our own entities. So literally stuff that's on the water intended to go to the U.S., we can divert, if we needed to different parts of the world to avoid the tariffs.
Despite the task force's efforts, the company's tariff bill is still expected to hit $2.2 million by the end of this year, compared to just $700,000 last year. The trade war so far has pushed the effective U.S. tariff rate to around 20%, according to the Budget Lab at Yale, a level not seen since the 1930s. For firms navigating the changing waters, sometimes there's no solution other than to raise prices.
We implemented a price change in early May, and if necessary, we may need to consider additional price increases if tariffs continue to escalate.
For instance, one item on the agenda of the recent meeting was Japanese oak. The wood, known as shirakashi oak, is used for a line of drumsticks. But the cost of the material is set to jump on August 1st if President Trump makes good on his vow to push through a wide range of new tariffs, including 25% on Japanese goods. The group concluded that, in this case, a price increase to offset tariffs would be readily accepted by consumers because the wood is so unique.
At the end of the day, I think what we have to concentrate on is things that we can control. And things like onshoring, things like creating a foreign trade zone. Those are the things we can control, and we'll continue to do those things so that we can preserve, our company's, presence and strength in the market.